Good morning everyone, welcome to Matt Hill Scale Models. This is video number 2 of the Perrson tribute build, the Spitfire S31, the Swedish Air Force reconnaissance fighter from the 50s. And I just want to show you where I've been up to and what problems I've encountered with this kit so far, and just to give you an overall update. So I have got the sides of the aircraft interior painted. There's heaps of detail for the standard kit in this. The aircraft was first primed with black, the sides, because I'm trying this Vallejo paint to see if I can get it to work. And then once the interior was painted black, I used the Vallejo pale green. In hindsight now, I think I will not use that colour for a British aircraft. It's too zinky chromat for me. It was really bright before the flat coat and the wash went over. It has improved a little bit. It'd be perfect for an American aircraft. But the detail, there's heaps of detail in there. Personally, I wouldn't. You don't have to go to all this trouble. You don't need to, because once this is closed up, you're not going to see a real lot. The second thing is these injector pin marks you might see down the bottom here, you won't see those either, so there's no need to fill those in. I have done the camera compartment. This has just been painted up the same way, washed, primed, etc. The guns are actually blue. The Royal Air Force used the blue cameras, sorry, not the guns, but the blue reconnaissance cameras. So I painted those blue, I've washed it, I've drilled the ends out I've got to put the clear in them now to replicate the lenses, but once that's done, that area's done, and I've added a little bit of wiring, cabling for it, which you're not going to see. I don't know in the end what I did that for. This is the instrument panel. There's no dials that I can see in the instruction sheet, which is a bit disappointing. I'll make something up. I will be putting a satin coat over the black part of the instrument panel. I will try to put some dials in the gauges, then add some clear to them to replicate lenses on the gauges, because you'll see that from the cockpit. And the seat and the air tanks, oxygen tanks are done, and I've added a homemade harness to the aircraft as well. I haven't glued the harnesses down because I want to make sure that when it goes all together, I want to hang the harnesses outside of the kit, just have them hanging over the side of the cockpit canopy, or near where the pilot was stepping out of the aircraft. And I also forgot too that you can, as you might have seen through here, I did drill out these holes here in the bulkhead of the aircraft, just to add a little bit of extra detail with a pin vise. For any of you modelers, new modelers out there, I highly recommend you get yourself a pin vise and a set of drill bits. They are invaluable to improving some aircraft, to the point of you can make things up that you don't need to go and buy a photo etch for if you don't want to go that far. These have been primed in the Vallejo surface primer. So far everything's sticking to it. I had a lot of people tell me what to do and how to use it, so I've been experimenting with that. The kit's exhausts have been, sorry about all the blue tack here holding it down, I have drilled the tips out of the exhaust, just to add a little bit of detail. There is injector pin marks along the bottom on one side here of these exhaust. There's some injector pin marks run along there. There's 3 on each of them. You won't see those. They'll actually recess into the aircraft where you won't see them. But drilling them out carefully is a real big improvement. It looks a lot better than having to go and buy a set of resin aftermarket ones. The wings have been done. The bottom wings, I found no faults with that. However, when I was dry fitting, make sure you dry fit everything. If there's one thing I can probably try to put into some new models' heads, to dry fit once or twice. Measure once, measure twice, cut once. You know, the builder thing. But what happened was, when I dry fitted these wings, there was injector pin marks that you could see through here. So I filled them in, but the only way that I could get them done properly was to remove this. There was some raised detail in here, as you can see, some ribbing. Once that was all gone, I just stretched some sprue. I find Matchbox plastic, there you go, is very, very good for stretching sprue with, and replace the detail. So that is done. The interior of the aircraft wings, as I've been researching inside here in the wheel wells and everything, is PRU blue on this particular aircraft. And there's one more thing I'd like to share with you. I should have had it ready. Is the prop. So I've cleaned the prop up. Now this is one thing that anyone who hasn't had much experience with model aircraft kits or Airfix kits is, when they mould the kit, the attachment points to the sprue gate are on the thinner side, the back edge of the propeller. Please cut that away a fair way, then carefully sand in, because the edge is very, very thin, and it's very, very easy to damage this plastic if you're not careful. So if you're a newbie and you wanted to build this particular aircraft, please just be wary that you don't damage the parts on it. Everything is very, very soft, and take your time and just use a sanding block or whatever to get yourself back, a flat edge to get yourself back along these back edges here. It's very, very easy to damage. But so far everything's going well. I haven't put anything really much together. I'm just getting things ready to go. Yes, I wouldn't use the pea green Vallejo for the interior colour. If you've got I should have went for the Testis Model Master Acrylics RAF green. I wasn't too sure whether this back half section of the aircraft would have been natural metal. I have seen photos of builds done with this back half here done in natural metal. I decided to go with the green. And one last tip for building this up to this stage is to make sure that you get your cameras, all these, lined up perfectly. You've got to dry fit them, because if you don't, the cameras won't line up with the holes where they come out through the bottom of the aircraft, and it'll look funny. You'll have a camera that'll be taking half, it just won't be centre. So just dry fit everything, take your time, and you'll have a heap of fun with this kit. So far I have, and I'm looking forward to the next stage. So thanks for watching, guys. I should have another video up the next couple of days. I've been a little bit slow, still got a bad hand at the moment. Things not improving there. But yeah, I'm really enjoying this build so far, and I hope whoever else is doing their Perrson build is having fun. And until next time, be good, model hard. A little bit of effort can get a good result from an old kit. And see you the next few days. Bye.